Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Nathan Kirby here. I am at the Arkansas State Athletic Commission with the Commissioner, Lydia Robertson. Lydia, thanks for meeting me today.
Absolutely.
So, Kingdom Promotions fans and MMA fans across the state, this was an opportunity that I was able to get to interview Lydia and let you understand and get an insight on the Athletic Commission, the rules, the history, the past, and also where the Commission looks for in the future, that's what our focus is right now. So, thanks for meeting me.
Absolutely.
I know there's been a lot of stuff going on the last few years, and it's been crazy.
It's been very crazy.
Interesting. But, we have come a long way since we started the commission and really started implementing the rules. And I don't use the words correctly. You're real legalistic when it comes to the terminology. But we had the rules and regulations now is legislated. Is that?
Well, no, there's the act, which is passed by the legislature, and that is the governing law. In support of that, in 2009, I believe you were one of the people on the committee. We had a subcommittee that developed the rules and regulations in support of the law. And since 2009, November of 2009, we've had the same rules and regulations. And as a matter of fact, now we have a 7-person committee to revise those, to bring them up to date.
Right.
We have 2 MMA people, 2 boxing people, wrestling, 2 commissioners. And I think that there is a real effort to help the industry while still doing what is necessary to regulate the various sports.
Okay, and I agree. Let them understand why regulation then. Why regulation is even needed.
I've not been in the cage industry, but since about 2006. I started in the boxing industry back in the late 70s. And my first experience with boxing made me know that despite the fact that I might not want to see it regulated because I thought I was doing the right thing, I'm convinced I was doing the right thing, the perception is that I was not. It's a little bit like the commission. The commission has 7 members appointed by the governor. One of those positions is from the area of sports promotion. So I was appointed because I had 27 years in sports promotion, actually combative art.
It's not controversial that you're there. It's not a conflict of interest that you're there. You're actually needed to be there because it's required for you to be there.
The law says that there has to be a member, and the idea is that I would keep a focus on what it's like to stand in your shoes, to know what it's like to put that money up.
It's a size 15.
Well, there you go. All right. They're not. That's a little big for me. Yeah. But to know what it feels like from the position of the person that's putting up the money.
Right.
That doesn't mean you get to do anything you want to make a show work. I remember when I first really got acquainted with MMA in this state, there was a promoter whose greatest encouragement was, let's put these 2 guys together. He'll break his ankle in the first 15 seconds. You'll hear it snap all over. That didn't sound good to me.
Doesn't sound good to me.
and I don't see many promoters today with that goal. It is about continuing their career to win the fight. There's no question there's going to be injuries.
Right.
But I don't think the spirit certainly of regulation is to see injuries occur. So we want to provide a regulatory base that lets the sports continue while keeping up with the nation in reporting, with insurance, with our licensure program. To this point, the Arkansas State Athletic Commission has never been funded by the taxes people pay. It is a self-funded agency, and unless that fighter paid his $20 and it goes in the treasury, this commission couldn't operate.
Oh, okay. That actually reminds me of something. I don't want to run out of time because I want to cover a few other topics. You guys got to understand something that I hear this all the time. I'm the promoter. I don't make the rules of the commission. I uphold the rules of the commission. I'm just the promoter. When I was a fighter, I had to adhere to the rules of the fight. There's no kneeing to there's rules to this, and if I don't, then I will lose my license. And it's not because they're trying to throw the book at me. First and foremost, what is the focus of the Athletic Commission?
It is to promote the health, safety, and welfare of the participants and the public.
Right. So the reason why those fighters pay their fees is so the Athletic Commission can performance duties. Something that you guys didn't know. This is what I didn't know either. Lydia, you put in a lot of hours.
I have been, yeah.
It can completely volunteer. The only, and we're going to actually go right into this, the only person that was on staff originally, and I don't want to say the only, but I know that was on staff, he is no longer part of the athletic commission, was Johnny Mattingly. And there was a lot of drama that went on the last 2 years, last year alone. Wasn't it 1 year ago?
It was February 9th that Mr. Mattingly resigned.
This year?
Of 2012.
Okay. 2012 was crazy. February 9th, Johnny Mattingly resigned. Everybody knew him. Everybody loved him. But what you guys didn't understand was it created a nightmare of paperwork for us all afterwards because the commission was trying to adhere to the rules that the government brought forth.
That we had published.
Yeah, that they had published. And so all I'm trying to do is continue to grow the sport. So can you go into anything with Johnny at all? Can you talk about...
I think what we need to do is look forward. The rules and regulations have not yet changed, and we are applying them as evenly and as fairly as possible.
Right.
A folder after your show that you have coming up will be this thick. It'll contain pre-bout physical exams. It'll contain post-bouts. It'll contain the state licenses, the federal licenses, the scorecards, the MMA reporting sheet. There'll be a camera full of photos of your guys that had to get licensed. We license all the officials. Then we have to go back and report to a national reporting source. And as you can see, Lisa Brooks over there now entering licenses from a previous show. So there's
volunteer?
No, Lisa is employed. She's the new licensing specialist. And she's a Little Rock PD retiree, so we think that she's going to be really good in this job. But when you say volunteer, the state allows a $60 stipend for commissioners who attend a meeting or a live event.
You going shopping with that? Woo! All that work for $60.
No, that's not $60 when I come into the office. It's $60 when I go to an event or to an announced commission meeting.
Yeah.
So it is volunteer, and I'm semi-retired. I used to promote. Loved it, and now I'm able to donate more time. But the idea is I'm going to donate less. That's not the position that a commissioner should be in. They should be in a regulatory authority. But there is so much that needs to be done. We're trying to get it caught.
Right. So let's bring everybody up to date as well. So Johnny left, and then we came in with another guy, and his name was Jason Stewart. And
well, he wasn't an employee. He was chair of the commission.
And then within 4 months, he resigned.
After he was already chair, but after Mr. Mattingly left, in about 4 months, he did resign.
Jason Stewart did?
Yes, he
did. Okay, can you tell everybody the reason why? These are the questions that people have. Why did he resign?
Well, Jason has a very successful law practice. It takes an inordinate amount of time to do this paperwork. And then there were allegations being thrown at him that he had acted inappropriately. I absolutely disagree with this. I've read the federal law. I don't agree with that. But he just said, I don't have the time to spend with this.
Right.
And he chose to resign.
Yeah.
I was co-chair, and so now I'm chair.
Yeah. Well, and I don't need to get into my opinion on why he did or why he didn't. What I do know is that he began a process that we're finishing right now.
I think so.
He just added too many words as a lawyer.
I'd go with that.
Yeah. It was crazy in some of the meetings, but hours and hours of meetings, and but it's actually getting to the point, and I heard some fighters say this before, or coaches, that they don't want to fight in the state of Arkansas, but I'm telling you, we don't have some of the hoops to jump through that.
Well, if they say that, I really encourage them to go promote in another state. Just the contiguous states around Arkansas, go fight for another promoter in another state. Right now, Arkansas has the lowest fees, the lowest license costs.
And I helped with that, keep that cost down. I remember Jason wanted to raise those up to like $50, and anyway, so.
That's right, and then
we fought
but the committee voted to keep them low. In some states, accident and health insurance is a $20,000 policy. In Arkansas, it's $10,000. In some states, a promoter's license can be based on the number of times you use it and the size of the venue. It could be $700, $1,000, $2,500. Many states require complete blood workups, ophthalmological exams, EKGs, MRI.
Thousands, hundreds to thousands of dollars of work before you even step into that cage. And if you're an amateur, good luck. Some states don't even allow that. So guys, give the commission a break if I can ask you to do that. And let's all work together. And the only reason why I'm saying that is I don't do this for my health. I'm not doing this because I have nothing else to do. I'm doing this because I love the sport of mixed martial arts. And I love to see the schools grow, the fighters grow. And she even said, you were talking about the cream rising to the top.
That's right. A great referee here in the state, David Bernal, Buddha, said that what he sees with MMA is the cream rising to the top. I'm going to call it, in its early days, kind of anybody can fight night. And the fighters were off the street. There is a real movement to get them in the gym. They need to be training. This is not for the armchair athlete. This is a serious sport.
Yeah.
Professional boxing is a serious sport. And if you're not able to make a commitment to train and to get better at your skills, then this is probably not the sport for you. Maybe a pickup game of basketball or something.
I love that. No, that's so, yes, train, get off your butt, shut up and train. Everybody says, I want a shirt that just says, shut up and train. But Lydia, is there anything else that again, I want to thank you for your time, hard work and dedication. And I know we have busted heads sometimes on the phone because this is tough, but she has a position and I have a job, and we are both working together, arm in arm. And
I have something for you. Martin Luther King said, it is always the right time to do the right thing. And the commission is trying to do the right thing.
Right.
And it is the right time to do that.
No, you're right. I just want to say once again to the Arkansas State Athletic Commission, I thank you so much for everything that you're doing. Lydia, thank you. Lisa, thank you so much for your hard work. Guys, KingdomPromotionsMMA.com, November 3rd. Miss Lydia is going to be there. Lisa's going to be there. You get to see the commission at work, protecting our sport, working for our sport, for the betterment of our sport. Come and check out all the fighters and watch MMA take over Arkansas. We're coming for you. Thank you.